Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to another day of the Some Assemblage Required Advent Calendar unboxing, and I'm going to try to create something with this right after I unbox it. I had my calendar a little bit early so that I could start working on videos since I was traveling for the beginning of the month, or at the end of last month. And so my wax seals came later. So my wax seal, I just tucked it in here. She did write down it was day 24, so I got these separately. Ooh, that's cool. I didn't even really look at them. I just looked at the envelope and stuffed it in there. It's gears. That's cool. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and open this. The cool thing about this calendar is it is scrapbooking related. It's not Christmas specific. And if you missed out this year, I am so sorry. Don't miss out next year because it's amazing. All right, let's see what we have, you guys. I'm going right for it. When nothing goes right, go left. Okay. So I need to think about that for just a moment. What photos I'm going to use. And then I will be back with photos, some paper and embellishments, and we'll get right to creating something. So give me a few seconds and I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so I have pulled out a couple of sheets of paper. I pulled out this one from the Mente Garage collection. This was one of our past kit conspiracy kits, and it was a leftover paper that I did not use, so I'm totally happy to use it today. And I'm going to do a grid pattern, so I'm just cutting everything apart. I don't want my full sheet of black paper covered because I want some of that to show, and I'm going to add some excuse me, some stitching detail on it as well. So I am trimming down these 3x4 cards to be 3x3 cards. Also, I did a bad thing and forgot to turn the camera on when I did the embellishing portion of this. So the still shots are going to be a little bit longer today so that you can see the embellishing, even though you don't get to see me actually build the embellishments. I think you'll get a good idea of what I did. I did use more of the Mente Garage collection for my embellishing, and I'm really happy with it, how it came out. So I will try to talk you through that, but it's going to be in still shots. So here I'm just trimming down all of these pieces to be 3x3, and I ended up cutting off more of the orange side of these ones that have the three colors, the blue, white, and orange. And I think the main reason for that is because if I cut the other end off, there wouldn't be any blue left. So that was like the one that had the best option, I guess. And I'm liking this pattern, how it looks. The photos are of me and my husband working on our truck. When we went to Idaho last time, the truck was making a bit of a rumbling noise in the front every time he'd hit some sort of like pothole or something like that. It would start making a rumbling noise that was not normal. And he already had the parts. He had thrown him the parts and some of the tools in our trailer just in case something happened. Sorry, that was my alarm clock. Hooray for me, I'm up before the alarm. Anyway, he had thrown the supplies, the tools, and whatnot to rebuild the wheel hubs, the wheel hub assembly, and the bearings in the wheels. Okay, so we decided to do that the day we were supposed to come home. We were dropping off a load at my niece's house, and it was not sounding good, and so my husband thought we better go and take a look at this. And so we did this parked in front of my brother's house on the street in 30-degree weather. Sometimes you do what you gotta do. Sadly, it did not actually fix the problem. We thought it did, but it didn't. We got a ways down the road and it was still making a rumbling noise. He thinks he knows what the problem is now, and it shouldn't be too hard to fix if it is what it is. And I couldn't tell you what the technical term is for what the problem is, but I know he has to take all of these parts back off and go down to the axle. So Anyway, really fun. So the title that says when nothing's going right, go left, really was like, okay, you know, we're taking a detour here. And normally we try to get out of Idaho earlier in the day. We didn't end up leaving till like 3:30 in the afternoon, which wasn't too bad. The weather was clear, and we made it over halfway without any issue. But it made for a really long day for both of us because we were really tired after working on the truck and then having to drive all of that distance with a trailer and tow and all of that. But yes, that's me under the car. And it looks like that top right photo is upside down because I'm upside down, but that is the orientation that the photo was taken in. So I decided to go ahead and leave it. I could have flipped it over, but I decided I didn't want to flip it over. I'm just going to leave it how it is. I am distressing the edges of these papers, at least the portions that are peeking out. I'm not worrying about the portions that are tucked under the photograph. In fact, I don't want to edge those. I find that when I edge, it makes it really lumpy, and sometimes I have to put some dimensional adhesive underneath my photos to give them a little support. So if I just don't edge those areas, it doesn't create a kind of a problem for me. And then I just have this really old drafting brush that was my dad's, which I don't know why it was his because was never a draftsman, but I don't know why he had it. So I use it to brush all of those little bits and pieces away, and I think it looks really good once this is all said and done. I am going to do a grid style or a tic-tac-toe or type of stitching on this layout. I don't know if you guys call it tic-tac-toe in other countries, but in the US that's what we call it. And so I think it'll look really good. I did find the center, and I used my T-square ruler to align the center block first, and then I built everything off of that. So I went with the center block and then the 2 center rows, and then I'm adding the 4 corners in lastly. And there's a couple of different ways that you could go about finding the center. I have a centering ruler which helps me with that, and then I just kind of align my T-square ruler. You could also take a longer ruler, like an 18-inch ruler, and go corner to corner and draw an X in the middle, and that would also give you center. So my T-square ruler, I use that for most of these kinds of things. So here is the embellishing portion. You can see I used some of the negative space for my title, and then I used some gears from Some Assemblage Required, as well as some of the die cuts from Minte Garage with regard to those tools and the dial that reads out whether it's, I guess, full or whatever. Those are from the embellishment pack. And then I've got a steering wheel up top as well as another dial. And I am using the wax seal that I took a Sharpie to. I took a black Sharpie to it just to kind of bring out the gear design, and then a little bit of an orange Sharpie to give it kind of that rusted look that is kind of like the gears on there. I also went all the way around the outside of the layout with a stitch, as well as the grid stitch in between all of the pieces of paper. I really like how it looks. I hope that you do too. I'll give you one more shot of it overall so that you can see that a little bit better. And that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you have questions or comments, you can leave those down below. Don't forget to go and check out what MK has going on her channel today using this same title piece as well as the wax seal. I really enjoyed this one. I had a lot of fun putting it together, and I got another story told that was really something I wanted to get in my album. So thank you for watching. I hope to see you again tomorrow with another video, and I hope you're having a wonderful holiday season. Bye-bye.